I'm gonna be honest. There was something that my wife was watching, and it's actually going to be a segment later we're going to be talking about, and it's specifically with women, guys, and I need the help. All right, if we got any women around, get women around and ask them, okay? We need to clip this and start finding answers out for real, all right? But we're going to start here because I believe we should unpack everything. There was an article that was on Skynet. It's actually a video. I don't know if we could play the video. You know what? What the hell? We with the shiznit today. We ain't gonna play the video sometimes. It's like a 3-minute video, but I do want to give some sort of insight to what I seen. But this article stated that 2/3 of female gamers were harassed online. I thought that was a lot. I thought that number was pretty high. But then I started thinking, and it might not be so high. Okay, now let's go ahead and pull it up here. So it should be showing on the screen shortly. Here we go. All right. Sky. Okay. No. Tried to cut me off from watching the video. Nope. We don't need that. We don't need no ads or anything. Okay. Here we go. All right. Let's go ahead and share the screen. Hopefully the share works. Now, sometimes we get the echo duplicate and stuff. I might just mute my mic and turn down my audio if that happens. So let me know if we start duplicating. All right. Nick, I can make it. Boom. Okay. So here we go. Let's go ahead and share the screen and let me know if the share is working okay.
This piece from our science and technology reporter, Mickey Carroll, does contain language which some may find offensive.
10 years ago, Gamergate exposed a horrific campaign of sexism and abuse in gaming.
They sent me death threats, rape threats, doxed me, made my life hell, hacked my bank account.
Now, before anybody say anything, because I heard this a bit ago, trans women are women too. All right? Now, I don't even care. Trans women are women too. I know, and I'm older, but trans women are women too. If they are being harassed, they're women. All right? Because that came up. That was something I actually seen, so I don't even want to hear it.
Tried to destroy my game studio. The stuff I got was so extreme that the FBI got involved.
A decade later, sexism in gaming is alive and kicking.
Literally yesterday, I queued 2 games, and in both games, I experienced sexism. The minute you kind of push back or you speak up, and it's that instant reaction is, go back to the kitchen, shut up, woman, you don't belong here.
Yo, I'm sorry. I am such a douchebag for that, bro. I am such a douchebag.
These are so corny. How do you like that? That's all you can come up with?
Yo, thank you though. I'm gonna be honest. If that's what you're worried about, then you don't have nothing to worry about. Like, go to the kitchen, cook a meal. That's almost the equivalent of like, you're fat, you're ugly, you know what I mean? Oh, go to the kitchen. Oh, you're just a big brawny man. You're not smart. Like, what kind of disses is these? And she said I queued up my first couple matches, and that's what I heard.
What I've never understood is why can't people get on a game to just play games? Why do they always got to have their list of fucking 5th grade playground insults just right next to them to spew out at anyone that joins, but especially in this case, women. Like, it's not.
I agree.
Why is it so hard for people to just zone in and be like, I want to play a video game. I'm going to play a video game and have some fun. And then I'm going to get off the video game and go do something else after having said fun. It's not that hard to do.
Thank you.
For the last 5 months, I've been hearing from women gamers about the abuse they face on a regular basis. The scale of it is shocking. 2/3 of women gamers have been harassed in the last year, and more than 10% received rape threats.
I was told to explore the social media site.
Now, I'm going to be... Those percentages. 2/3 of women have been harassed, and also 10% have received, and we're going to have to cut that, all right, because they said it. We'll say grape, okay? But they've obviously said it. It's crazy to me because I think those percentages are for real with men. 10% of men actually get that. I've gotten those before. I don't know if you have, Dr. Specimen, but I've had men tell me what they will do to me.
Again, I just go back to why is that on people's minds when they go to play a video game? Like it just when I go to play a video game, I just want to have some fucking fun. I want to get off after a while and just move on with my life. I don't understand why taking advantage of someone is not only on your mind at all, but the first thing you want to say to someone when they have a voice slightly above your octave. Like,
Yo, I'm going to say one thing I will agree with is I do believe women will have to deal with something because it's a predominantly male market. So that I will agree with. Okay? But it's the equivalent of anything that's predominant, right? If something's predominantly Caucasian male, I can say blacks deal with issues, right? Or something, and one thing I will say, the thing you mentioned about the insults, I really think games create the culture as well. Because some games, how many insults would you see being thrown at a Fall Guys game versus a Call of Duty match?
I'll one up you on that too. You play football, right?
Yeah.
It's very unlikely that you're going to hear the kind of insult you hear in a video game during a football match, other than the fact that there are real consequences there. Well, really, that's the big thing, but really, you have that anonymity. So you get to have the same rage and anger buildup that you would have playing a real world game like football or soccer or whatever, without the relief of doing something physical. You're just sitting there on your ass, but also you think that because you have anonymity, you can just let your worst thoughts and beliefs out as insults instead of controlling yourself like a normal, sane human.
No, facts. Well said.
Discord, if I wanted to see the abuse firsthand. Discord prides itself on being the spiritual home of gamers and boasts more than 27,000 different groups dedicated to video games. Now, one of its features is voice chat rooms, and a lot of gamers now use Discord's voice chat instead of using the chat built into video games. So I logged onto one of those chat rooms one morning, and this is what happened, within seconds.
Who is this dirty You're
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Now. Dr. Specimen, you are going to be who I'm going to lean on for this one. Magnus, dap me up. Good to see you, sir. You are one that actually taught me a lot about Discord that I know. You've used Discord more than a couple times. Is that safe for me to say?
I would say Discord is probably my most used app on my computer.
Okay. I wanted to make sure everyone knows this. She said she went into a Discord channel, and this is immediately what she heard. It was a video game Discord channel. Dr. Specimen, do you think that is, first, out of all the video game channels, is that common? And two, how often would you say that happens? Things like she experienced right here.
So my thing is, I don't join large gaming communities really. If I scroll through my servers right now, most of them are niche communities, people that I know, things completely unrelated to gaming, things like that. So it's very rare that I'm ever in a big gaming group, and even if I am in a gaming group or even just in like a smaller group, I don't really join large voice channels very often, just because I tend to get drowned out in them and I get very bored. But I am in a fairly large Among Us Discord for doing voice chat link up for Among Us.
Okay.
I've heard definitely more men than women, but plenty of women in there. I've played with a lot of women. Personally, in this Among Us group, which is kind of dead, I have not heard this level of hate.
Okay.
Now that's not to say it doesn't happen. Again, I made it clear, I'm not as tapped into, these large game-based
Yeah.
discords, but I have personally never heard anything that just obnoxious.
Yeah. And that is very obnoxious. And one thing is, I'm gonna give you an example. This is what I believe. Dr. Specimen, what do you think would be said to me if I walked in a Klan rally and I just stood there and listened?
I
Do you think something would be said to me? Said nothing. I just walked in. I stood there. What do you think would be said?
uh not like
Besides the real things that besides that, okay? What else? Will it be nice?
nope.
Okay.
Probably a lot of confusion.
A lot of confusion. A lot. Would be a lot. I'm not necessarily saying that's what happened here, because she could have totally joined whatever Discord. I have no idea what she joined. But my thought is the way they sounded was so like they literally do not like that. They don't like women. It sounds almost like one of those things where you're not welcome, but you go anyway.
It sounded like to me that they heard a woman and were just like, "Oh shit, a woman's here. I have to drop everything I'm doing and focus on pissing this woman off and being a dick to her." Like it sounded. I don't want to use the word forced because that implies. I feel like for some people that implies fake,
Okay.
but it feels like they're forcing it so hard. Like they know they have better things to do, but they're anti-women like sense activated or something.
No, preaching. Now let's go ahead and hear what else they had to say.
Because you're female. You're a filthy
Let's
female.
rewind it
We
back. I
don't-
want to get to
Within
exactly-
seconds.
Who is this dirty You're I hate you.
Why is that?
Because you're a female. You're a filthy female. We don't like females. We like men in here. You're a slag, you know that, right?
Why am I a slag?
Because you're a female. All females are slags, and you're expired.
Oh my god, that's an awful way to see the world.
You're a slag on the streets, bruv. Bro, she's a paedophile. She loves kids.
There's no way to report a Discord
Now, we heard a couple others where I caught a stray. Hey, I caught a stray, Dr. Specimen. So I already know I probably wouldn't be welcome in that Discord, right? I hear that one time, Dr. Specimen. I know I ain't going to that Discord. I'm just not going to be welcome either, right? If I go in that Discord, would it be fair for me to report that gaming Discords are toxic if I went into that Discord and heard that? And without doing at least an average, like 10 channels or 20 channels, is it fair to kind of go through a gaming channel or two and get a judgment? Is one big channel a good representation of Discord? Because you have a big Among Us channel that you found.
I don't even know, man. I'd like to know what the channel was. I'd like to know how many people were in it. I'd like to know, were these people in positions of power that were saying this? Were these accounts that were created yesterday? Have they been in the server for multiple years? Because we've had people in the Among Us Discord that I'm in join channels and just start saying slurs and stuff, and you check it and you realize that they either joined the server hours, minutes, or days ago, or joined Discord hours, minutes, or days ago. So it's clear that these are just they're not serious people. They don't actually care about playing the game. They're just there to cause problems. Now if these are people who are like, they have ranks and they've been in there for 2 years and they're friends with the owner or whatever, then yeah, I think making a generalization is a little more understandable. But I would want to know that info.
All right. Okay. No, I agree.
user for something they said in voice chat, so these people can't be held accountable. Discord told Sky News their community guidelines prohibit hate speech and hateful conduct, as well as bullying, harassment and threats, which do not have a place on our platform or anywhere in society. Take immediate action when we become aware of it, including banning users, shutting down servers, and engaging with authorities as appropriate. We use a mix of proactive and reactive tools to keep content and activity that violates our policies off the platform. But there might be hope. For the first time, there's been a drop in how many women were harassed whilst gaming.
Now, hold on. I want to see that stat right there. Hold on.
Harassed whilst gaming.
So, it says here.
It may have taken 10 years, but maybe now there's change on the horizon. Mickey Carroll, Sky News.
All right, there we go. I didn't even have to pay. We're going to stop sharing, okay? So the reason I wanted to pull that up is because I believe that women, being that they're gaming a lot more, the harassment that they're dealing with, and this is my opinion, okay? And I need to hear this from women. That's why I want some women to answer. Some women who game, right? Some women who don't game, right? Who maybe game occasionally. I want to let you know, if I play Call of Duty right now and I have my mic on and I'm talking, I probably would not play 1 hour multiplayer without hearing Negra. Okay? At least once. Okay? I'm used to it. Since years ago, since Xbox 360 days. Now, that doesn't make it right. That doesn't make it okay. That doesn't make it cool. Right? Doesn't make it any of that. But is the harassment for women that much separate from men? Or is it just a problem of online harassment in general? What do you think, Dr. Specimen?
I think it's a mix. I think that there's definitely people out there who, if they had no reason to believe that any kind of women or minorities was in the voice chat or game or whatever, that they would be nothing more than casually toxic, but not doing this weird, like, dedicated session of hate. But I think that a lot of these people are honestly there to just shout whatever they can at anyone. And if they think that if they believe there's a minority in there, then they will decide to go with the lowest ball possible. And if there's not, then they'll just go to playground insults.
I like it. Yo, so I ain't gonna hold this one up because I want to bring up the next topic, which is gonna be hilarious because we're actually gonna see a video along with it. I want to watch this clip because I wanted to set this up for the next one. Okay, so this is gonna be very good on the next one. But MGR, we got somebody on the side chat saying something else. But nonetheless, I want to wrap this up by asking everyone. I want y'all to post this, clip this everywhere. I will clip it. Women, is it true that you're being harassed that much? 2/3 of the women being harassed. Are you being harassed 2/3 of the time you playing the game? Do some of you not become harassed at all? Are some of you harassed constantly? Does it matter the game? I need some more context from women versus she just went to one Discord and they immediately jumped on her. I can tell you, if I've been somewhere and I immediately got jumped on and talked about like that, I know that wasn't a place for me from the beginning. That's how I feel. So, there we go. Now,
can you dig it?
right, there we go, Booker T. Follow me up, Booker T.